Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Burglar, and today we are here in Thorns Hall at the forging hall there to speak with Waffy. Before we get started, I would like to note that I have updated my outfit. I thought that the green there is fine if you're out in the woods or in the grasslands. That could be difficult to see because the green of the outfit will blend very well there. But I thought that wouldn't fit too well in Moria, so I switched into an umber outfit. And hopefully that will work a little bit better in blending into Moria. Yes, I know there's no game mechanic for it, but we'll go with it anyway. But anyway, we've got Waffy here, and let's see if he knows anything about this weapon I brought.
Greetings.
You have come a long way to be here, Petronella. Yeah, that is certainly not an understatement. What business could bring a dowdy burglar such as yourself all the way from Holeen to Thorns Hall? This weapon, This is a relic of the old days, to be sure. I fear I cannot identify the lineage and strengths of this weapon for you. It is ancient beyond my reckoning, learned though I am of these matters. However, my kinsman Rosar, the Forge Master, will surely have more to say than I, for his knowledge is vast and exceeds my own. Show him the weapon, and he will give you an assessment of the strengths and potential. And of course, the little text here says that legendary items must be identified by a Forge Master before you can use them. And looky here, a Forge Master standing right next to him. Hello, Rosar.
Greetings, traveler.
So let's see, Burglar Dagger of the Third Age. Well, actually, it does slightly less damage than my current weapon, and it's doing common. So obviously, it has its disadvantages there on that count. But we will amend that when we start to level up the weapon. So therefore, long run, it should do better. So let's identify the weapon. Oh, we have revealed his hidden strength. Let's see, what do I get? Burglar bleed damage. Well, that's an advantage going with something like Gambler's No. Is that the one with the bleed? Yeah, that's the one with the bleed. So therefore, Gambler's advantage is going to be helped with that. A small snag, quite a snag damage bonus. That's one of those things that I keep on forgetting that I've got, I believe. Where is? Well, there's Purge Corruption. I'm sure I'll forget to use that every time I come anywhere near someone with corruptions, especially now that I'm getting to Moria where corruptions are a dime a dozen. See, I can't even remember Blind Bet. After using Double-Edged Strike, make a quick attack and apply a random gamble to target. And why is that not? I told you earlier, I think, that I wanted to switch those two. Let's get rid of these. Well, we can throw the emotes up here. Alright. Actually, I think those emotes were mainly for stuff that I was doing in relation to Bingo Boppin' or something like that. So, therefore... yeah, let's do that. So, therefore, that would be the first tier, that would be the second tier. Okie dokie. And diversion really belongs here. I still don't know exactly what to do with the two real gambler stuff. I'll have to learn that. Actually, I think Purge Corruption should go there. Let's do it like that. See how that works. Actually, these two should go together since they're both the stealth skills anyway. And let's see how quickly I forget that little layout there. Good. Now, what did I do? Oh, yes, I just identified the weapon, and I could not find a small snag in here anywhere. It could be something that's in a different line, in which case I'm not going to worry about it too much, right? So therefore, this is turning into, okay, a bleed weapon, a useless skill weapon until at least I find where it belongs, or subtle stab damage multiplier, and well, I think subtle stab, yes, subtle stab obviously, but so I use that quite a bit, so therefore we will put quite a number of points into there, I think, at the beginning. After, of course, we level up the base damage there. Okay, thank you, Rosar. So now I need to equip my weapon. There, I've done it.
What do you need?
Incredible, Petronella! This weapon is truly mighty, and you are fortunate to have come into possession of such a thing. However, it is not strong enough to stand against the creature which you speak. Yes, 1,000 curses on its foul hide for keeping the dwarves from Moria. You see that you have a number of relics. You should apply one of them to the weapon. Yes, of course, the relics. Oh, yes, okay. Ooh, relics. Let's see. Might out. Morale, of course. What? Oh, because first I need to accept the quest. Yes, I will slot it into the. There you go.
What do you want?
Hey, good choice, Petronella. Yes, you will acquire more relics in your adventuring. Oh boy, will I. And should feel free to customize your weapon with the appropriate ones. Yes, this weapon is not strong enough to defeat the Watcher in the Water, but it might become so. I'll tell you how it might be. And okay, I finished, and I have a choice between the Drowned Kingdom and the Deep Halls. So it's a question about which of these to take. Am I going to be facing a great deal of dead, or am I going to be facing something which is going to be useful against? I was giving someone advice about which one to choose the other day. And one of the things I said, if you're going to go into Sarnir in order to try to get that goat before going too deep into Moria, because some people may decide to level their weapon in Sarnir to kill 2 drakes with 1 dagger, and you'd go with the deep halls because you'd want ancient dwarf damage if you're going to go into Sarnir. If you're going to go against the dead, then of course you'd want the Drowned Kingdom, and I always forget which is which for the others. Anything but common damage, right? Alright, so let's go for deep halls. There aren't too many of the dead that I have to worry about in Moria at this time.
Might you lend me an ear?
So there we go. Now let's see. Let's not forget to actually apply the title. Are you sure you want to add a title to the Burglar's Dagger of the Third Age? Yes. Now let's see. What do we call this? We call it Petra Slicer, which is a bit pretentious when you consider. Does that mean it slices through stone? Weapons of such worth improve as they are used, Petronella. Only when they are wielded in battle can they achieve the true measure of good or greatness. Equip the weapon and use it against worthy foes, and it will improve on you when you achieve the high measure of worth. Bring it to me, to the Lord Dethalion in Rivendell, and to me, or when the learned Dethalion in Rivendell, and one of us will advise you what must be done next. Yes, we can actually go to Rivendell on the follow-up quest. It's just that we have to go all the way to Thorn's Hall for the initial stage. Whee! Now, how am I going to get those 10 levels? I figured what would be more natural if you're visiting Thorn's Hall than perhaps, say, sound that there was a problems in Gondamon going on, and that you were called to help with your new ancient weapon and all the like. So therefore, we will do a siege of Gondamon to do this. Now, I'll have to admit that this is not the ideal environment for this, since your soldier will break. Now, fortunately, Flax likes to stay in the back. I haven't considered that matter when choosing a soldier, but of course, if your soldier is in the back and isn't seen, you might actually stay in stealth for a little longer. Usually I find that you have to be very quick in order to take advantage of it, because once your soldier gets detected, you're detected. Completed Hengerball Slayer. I must have done that in another run of Gondamon. Oh, south again. Here we go. Well, I am going to have to cut in and out of this, simply because it'll be a pretty long episode, and I don't want this battle to go through 2 episodes. But just get the... Hey, I'm actually ripping through these. But this will actually give me a chance to see how I do in a skirmish. In this west... Okay... You think you could take care of that? Oh, Flax. Here, Flax. You take care of him, alright? Thank you. And, well, unfortunately, now I'm in battle. But now I can't... that probably wasn't the best person to... Thank you, Flax. Perfect. And I'll see if there's some way I can get that encounter done before the end of the skirmish. To the well, that will help a little. See, we just had a lieutenant right now. Yeah. Scream all you want. Okay, now this is the 5th wave, if I'm anywhere near counting correctly. Usually when I have lieutenants, it's easier for me to keep the reckoning right. But sometimes I've been known to lose count anyway, because the skirmish can be a bit long at times, which is one reason why I'll be cutting out, I'm sure, on a couple of occasions. Maybe I'll also have a little opportunity to hey, when they do that, they switch back and forth. Oh, no, I want to be there. I want to be there, right. I'm just about to use my burglar skills. Yeah. Completed Enmity of the Goblins 2. Ooh. What do I get for that? Hobbit Silence. No wonder I wasn't worried about that one. Hobbit Silence. It comes in occasionally handy for a warden if my main stealth skill is on cooldown. And therefore it's not, so it won't be completely useless on a warden, but well, that was... Boy, did I make a bad decision there. Boy, did I really make a bad decision there. A truly bad decision there. There you go, and oh, Flax, could you take care of him for me? Thank you. There you go. I think a nice bleed there would come in handy. Actually, this isn't going as bad as I thought it would. I'm actually doing damage to this thing. Wow. Okay, now, unfortunately, I'm way at the other end. And I didn't think about checking what encounters I've completed on this character for the skirmish. So let's see, how am I doing on my encounters here while this guy runs up skirmish? Siege of Gondamon, I need Hergil. Now this is Thrashar, okay, well. I think the trainer over there should have no trouble for the next couple of moments. Hello, let's do that. I do need to get back there in a moment. Actually, I meant to use Adel there instead. But, where is Adel? Maybe you don't have Adel in this line? Ooh, that's nasty. I had never thought of that. See, you do get used to using certain skills in certain lines, and of course in Yellow Line, I use Adel quite a bit. Okay, that is done, and I'll be back near the end. I must admit, I didn't expect to get to the 10th level this quickly. This is only one wave after I broke off before, but I just got the message. I reached the 10th level of advancement, so I was expecting that maybe to take the entire skirmish, or at least half the skirmish. But at least the main reason for being here is done. Now, if only I can get the encounter that I need. I find that the disadvantage of this particular skirmish for leveling your initial weapon is that there's so few breaks, especially if you have to deal with those encounters during the breaks, that you have little time to put points into your weapon. I did manage to, in the end, get some time to deal with some of those points. Alright, let's deal with it in this order. Now, of course, yeah, Matthew does that every time. I was hoping to avoid, because Matthew, in the last few times I've been running it, I would go after the Dower Hand, and then Matthew would then go after the Drake, no matter what I do. So I thought, alright, if he's going to go after the Drake anyway, then I'll go after the Drake and riddle the Dower Hand. So what does he do? He goes after the Dower Hand. Maybe I should have just... oh, no, no, no. Kill him quickly, kill him quickly, kill him quickly. And there we go. Ooh, I even leveled. I'm sure at least one of you is screaming about my saying that Hobbit Silence is a useless skill for the Burglar. But, yes, when I got out of the skirmish, I remembered Hobbit Silence is the flop skill, not the stealth skill. And of course, a flop skill is always a handy backup if hide in plain sight is on cooldown. Hips has a cooldown of 7 minutes right now. Hobbit Silence 30 minutes. So Hips is obviously the go-to skill and is the more useful one overall for a burglar. But if Hips is on cooldown, Hobbit Silence can be quite useful in just covering yourself on your tracks. And if you're lucky, it may be by the time it runs out, you can be able to do Hips again. But I am back, and I have reached level 10 of advancement.
What do you need?
You've done very well. Your weapon has advanced an impressive level. Yes, of course.
Come and stay a moment.
Now that the weapon has reached the 10th level of advancement, a Forge Master can reforge it for you, revealing hidden strengths and abilities. Perhaps your weapon holds within the strength to face the creature you need, and... Oh yeah, thank you for helping Gondamon. Yes, and here we go, Forge Master.
At your service.
Refo-
And your families.
Yeah, alright. Let's go and let's not refund the LP. Ooh, what do I want? Trick and trick removal damage. That would be great if I were playing Yellow Line. That would be wonderful if I were playing Yellow Line. Critical response skill damage. That would be those right there. Well, can't argue with that one. Good. I have reforged it.
What do you want?
That has done it, Petronella. The reforging of your weapon has revealed it to be of very high quality indeed. You must return to Holeen at once to show Rothwald, the dwarf at the crumbling arch near Achadunan, that you wield a great weapon. Surely it will give the dwarves of this company new-found hope. Go at once, friend. Khazad-dûm awaits, and they will have to await until the next episode of Piney Plays The Burglar.